taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
What's good, everybody? It's Ebb and Flow, you already know, and I'm here today to give an episode 1 review of the TV show Ozark. I've been hearing a lot of good things about the show, so I decided to watch it, and it was worth it. It was really worth it. Before I get into the, this is gonna be a spoiler-free review. I just want to say this show really reminds me of Breaking Bad. I can see it going in that direction. It definitely has a lot of potential, what with character development, plot, the characterization of the characters. It's a really interesting story. The characters are really starting to stand out. So I'll get a little bit more into that as I go on. So what I'm going to talk about are just a general synopsis of the show in episode 1 without spoiling anything. And I want to talk a little about the characters, what I like about them, and what I see their future role potentially being. And I just want to talk about the show's appeal to myself. Okay, so Ozark is about the main character, Marty Bird, and the Bird family. And Marty is a financial advisor, and one of his best clients is the Mexican drug cartel. And so Marty also sidelines as a money launderer. And so when things hit the fan with the Mexican drug cartel, when they suspect someone is stealing money from them, people start dying, things go left, things go right. And so at the end of the day, Marty is left to live, and he proposes the idea, to go to Ozark and make a whole bunch of money for the Mexican drug cartel to basically prove his worth to them, because without that, then his family might as well be dead. They don't really care about him. So the show starts off really interesting, with other elements, just talking about the worth of money, and how much money you have is an indicator of who you are, and the choices you make in life kind of determine who you are in and of itself. To move on to the characters, the cast of characters so far, I really like Marty. Of course, he's the main character, so I'm gonna like him. He's a kind of guy who can talk himself out of any situation, quick on his feet, loyal. He's kind of an asshole, but it's kind of a good quality for him, because a lot of shit happens to him where he needs to be straightforward and blunt like that. Then we have Marty's wife, Wendy. I'm not a fan of her. You'll see why when you watch the show. She's definitely not portrayed in the best light, but she's it's really hard to say something good about that woman. All I can really say is that she goes after what she wants, and I can see her kind of learning to make more decisions less off of Marty, because she's a housewife, so she's kind of used to relying on Marty. But I can see her doing more things just based off of what she wants to do further on in the story. I can also see her causing problems because of that later on in the story. And then to complete the Bird household, we also have, I don't remember the names, but it's the daughter, and she's just kind of like this angsty teenager, but she's smarter than she looks. I've noticed that. But she, for the most part, she plays like that stereotypical teenager who thinks her parents suck and all that. And then we have the son, who I also forgot his name, but he's a very quiet kid. I can tell he's sensitive. really cares about his dad. So I can see the kids definitely playing a role further into the story. They're definitely going to be central plot elements at some point in the story, just because I could tell the daughter, she's not as dumb as she seems. At least I don't think so. Maybe she will be in later episodes. But I can see her, playing like playing a larger role. And then the son, he'll probably tag along with the daughter, but he seems like more of a homebody. Then after that, we have I can't give away that character without kind of giving out more of the plot, but we have Del, and Del's kind of like I want to say the representative of the Mexican drug cartel who Marty meets. All I'm gonna say about Del is a real nigga. Don't fuck with Del. don't mess with that guy, because he's really bad shit, and I could definitely see some sort of I guess Marty having to overcome Del at some point in the story, whether that be through him having to kill Del, I don't know, but I can definitely see that coming into play. As far as other characters, nobody else is really significant enough in the first episode to really mention, so I'm gonna go past that. Why this show appeals to me, for one, it reminds me of Breaking Bad in that you have this ordinary kind of average guy, above average intelligence, but for the most part they have a pretty average role. More is revealed about them as the story goes. They're placed into a very non-average situation, which is gonna require sacrifice, as the first episode talks about. It's gonna require sacrifice. It's gonna require more, and I love shows like that because you get character development. You have to grow from being who you were to being in a more difficult situation. Just like in Breaking Bad, Walter, he was a high school chemistry teacher, got involved in the meth game, got involved with gangs and other drug lords, and to survive he had to make difficult decisions, and his character grew as a result of that, and I love shit like that. And then you also have the drug aspect, the whole Mexican cartel drug aspect. You have as far as season 1 goes, there's really not much else to say, but I could say that there's other parts of season 1 which I could tell will play a further role in future episodes, but I can't really talk about it because it will be spoiling. But I would just say this show definitely has a lot of potential. I give the first episode 9 out of 10 because I was entranced the whole time. It was spectacular. Excuse me. It was I really enjoyed the first episode. A lot of things going on, dialogue, acting, production, everything well done. I didn't really have any complaints about the first episode. So with that being said, I highly recommend Ozark. I plan on trying to do more reviews for this show in the future. And that's it. If you like the video, any suggestions or comments, comment down below, and subscribe, and peace.